I want to talk about derivatives, what they are and how they go bad. All they really are is a bet on how lucrative something else will be. Some of them are pretty safe bets and some not so much. I want to start with one of the safest. One of the safest is the storage aspect of banking. An account holder stores their money in a bank and they are compensated for allowing the bank to invest their funds with the interest that the bank pays them. This is low risk because the interest is guaranteed and the account is insured almost everywhere to a certain amount. There's essentially no concern about the funds decreasing or being lost. Stocks are somewhat safe investments while a company is growing and quarterly profits are going up. A company can only grow so fast though. This is because there is a finite number of prospective customers. Market saturation is a term for when companies are having trouble finding more customers. This prevents a company from growing and it has to find other ways to increase quarterly earnings to keep the value of their stocks increasing. That would of course be a bad time to invest in a particular company. Bonds can be a fairly safe investment, but there's some risk in them as well. Mortgage bonds were solid investments for decades. They did nothing but go up from the late 70s to the late 2000s. When the economy isn't so good and millions of people are having trouble paying their mortgages, they're not such a safe bet though. Of course, there was some shady stuff going on with MBS packages called CDOs, but I'll cover that later in a video about predatory lending. Insurance contracts are also called swaps or shorts. They're a way to bet against investments. They play a role in checks and balances by giving investors the ability to punish those who sell bad investments by making it cost them money. If the value of an investment goes down, those who have bought insurance contracts on it get paid. The risk associated with this is, if the insurance contractor turns out to be right, they may be going to collect from a seller that is in the red. For this reason, there isn't much expectation for insurance contracts to pay out in full. Derivatives going bad is the norm. Every derivative eventually goes bad. They either lose value or slow in gaining value. It's not that there is something intrinsically wrong with derivatives, they just have great expectations imposed on them by the system. Derivatives could be sustainable if they yielded to realistic growth rates. This isn't, however, the case. The system is built on rigid growth incentives that do not yield to growth maximum. This puts those who are holding bad derivatives in a desperate situation, and the majority of the negative behaviors that are observed are a result of it.